Hello and welcome to the second part of TF2 strategy, and this time we'll be focusing on PL Upward. Now we're going to go through how to attack and how to defend it. So as you can see, we're on blue and they've got 3 spawns. The middle one is quite open to snipers, and the far right one, this one, is normally stickied up or guarded by a heavy. So it's quite good if you're defending. You can stick a heavy and a medic here and you can defend a lot of people. Defend it pretty well, but you can get spammed by demo men from here. Now, stick as a spy, this corner is quite good, and so is this one, or you can stick a heavy in this corner as well, and they're protected by this rock here. As you can see, you've got long sight lines, and this balcony here is particularly good for snipers. So you've also got cover from rockets, so if you see a rocket coming in, you can duck behind one of these covers. However, you've got to be careful by being flanked. And now, when you're blue, this is a good place for flanking. So if you're a scout or spy, or even defensive engineer, it's quite a good place. You've got 200 ammo there, or metal, so you could quickly get a sentry, level 2 sentry up there, and possibly wrangle it, although it'd be hard to hit anything, especially with splash damage. Now, as you come onto this point, you're pushing the car, you've got a problem because you've got the high ground here, so it's quite easy to be spammed by soldiers and demo men, and then you can have enemies up here as well. So if you're attacking, you want to try and take either this high ground or this high ground here. And hopefully you should already have this bit here, because the small health kit isn't really going to do much help. Not going to much help, but you should have a medic, so it should be alright. Now moving on to the second point, you've got to push all the way through under here. If I don't manage to go underneath the map, got to push through here, and you can get. They've got an interesting place here, so you can spam down, although the wall's quite close, so hopefully as you're a soldier you can get some splash damage on them. Now, here's another route for flanking, so if you're a spy or a scout or soldier, then you can. They've got a medium health pack and ammo pack, so you can come up here. And of course, here's the first place you can get up, so if they're holding quite far forward, you can come flank them here. It's a very nice spot for backburner pyros, or you can continue going. If you're a sniper, you can snipe them off as they come in out of spawn, or you can go even further behind them if you're a spy and come all the way around here. And there's another tunnel down here, and then as that goes up, it comes up here and behind the spawn again. So engineers quite often build here as well, so you can snipe. You can backstab them quickly, or as a heavy, if there's just an engineer and sentry up here, even if it's level 3, you can jump out the window and shoot it, because a close range heavy will defeat a level 3 sentry gun every single time. Now, this is a good place for snipers, even though it's a bit exposed, especially for red team snipers, because you've got a nice sight line here, although the enemy can duck behind this dip here, or they can hide behind the hill and these minecarts. And also soldiers can spam down. There's useful ammo here, and this is quite a key part because you don't want enemy Ubers to drop through here and try and take out your sentry gun, because if they push through here, the sentry gun will knock them back and makes it harder. Another useful sniper place is here. It's more protected, you've got medium health and medium ammo there, but you can get flanked very easily by snipers, by pyros and spies, so you've got to check there quite often. A good sentry spot is here, I'd say, with your dispenser there covered. If you can get a wrangled sentry up either here or on there. though I'm not sure how likely that is. And of course you'll be taking quite a bit of spam. So that's about that that covers that really. Oh, just forgot this final tunnel. It comes in here and it leads to the bridge over there, and it also goes down there with a small health and medium ammo. So that's that. So once you've capped this point, you should send a heavy, demo, soldier, medic, or some combination of those, to just make sure you finish their spot, killing the spawn, kill everyone, and then and sometimes they like to put a sentry up here. Of course, if you're looking down at it here, it's quite hard to hit it with anything but a heavy or a soldier. I mean, demo have trouble sticking it, so you have to use your pipe bomb launcher. And assuming you do have it, you can move on here, and this isn't particularly useful, but if you stand here you can get some snipers, but then again you can easily get spammed out. And that's probably the most hazardous part of the map, because pyros can easily air blast you off. As you can see, there's not mention it, pyro heaven. So you kind of just got to force them off, and kind of, if you can hold it about here, or even further up here, and while other people cap it, it's brilliant, because if the sooner pyros get to you, and the further back you hold, the more likely they are to air blast you off. And as you can see, you've got steps up here with a medium health, and there's medium ammo as well. So if you're a spy, you can come around here, and you can possibly, there's another one there, so if you're using the normal cloak, and if you're using the normal invisibility watch, not the cloak and dagger, you can get through hopefully, just make sure you don't get hit. There's a nice either sentry spot. If you're holding far up, you can put a quick mini sentry here, and as soon as they cross, come back here and try and air blast you off, then it'll start attacking. Or it's a cloak and dagger spot. Same here, that's a nice mini sentry spot if you're holding far up, or a cloak and dagger spot. However, if you're holding far up, you need to be careful that they don't come and flank you, because here it either leads down below the control point, as you can see, you've got below the control point, and then it leads up there, like that, or alternatively you've got this staircase which leads to this part and leads out there and gets you up to the balconies. So it's another useful route for spies, we all know. So this map's quite a good spy map. Then, so once you've pushed it here, there's normally a sentry here, and that's quite hard to take out. And if you're feeling lucky, you can, on defense, you can wrangle a sentry here. You've got the protection of them, of the boxes, and you've got some ammo, although you probably want to get that set up pretty quickly. In fact, in advance, because the ammo is very scarce around here. Of course, you've got a big health, so medium health back there. Then you can come down here, there's another medium ammo there. And on defense, this is quite a hard map, quite hard to hold sometimes unless you have a strong defense. So you need to be watching here, because there can be snipers, soldiers, and demoman spamming out. Of course, you've got your own set here, and of course this is prime place for snipers, as you can pick off people in the windows. And here's another good NG spot. You can either pop your sentry here, or you can pop it there to watch the point. I'd probably go for this one because you're protected by the boxes, and it's even harder to spam on the attacking team. Of course, I'd advise trying to hold further up as the defense here, because you can always poke your head round, and you're not being pushed back, and the further back you hold, the more likely you are to be spawn camped. And of course, you've got a longer distance to run to the cart, and it's quite easy for the opposing team to win. So of course, if you're on the opposing team, then try and spawn camp them. I know it's probably not the most It's the most hated tactic, sorry. But it's very effective. So as you're pushing the cut up here, there's not really any good sentry spots here. Maybe one here, but it's easily spammed. Maybe one further back here, but then it's easily flanked. So I'm not too sure. And there, of course, if you're an attacking sniper, here's a good window. You can see them as they come out of spawn. There could be an engineering sentry up there, so you've got to be careful. Of course, if you can get here, yeah, it's quite good. As a soldier or a demo, you can stick it up their spawn in relative safety. And of course, be careful, they've got a spawn door up there as well. And they've got a spawn door here, so they can get up here as well. And that's about it, really. Hopefully